welcome. How you doing today? Bear with me while I do my first live stream in a little while. So I'm going to let things warm up a bit here and enjoy my coffee. Again, going heavy on the cannabis butter. Seems to be the only thing that really helps me with the nerve pain and doesn't cause me weird complications. It's, yeah, what else can I say? But I gotta do what I gotta do to get through the day. Now it looks like everything has turned on, so let's just step into it. Guys, it's time to rise and grind with Morning Brew. As you can see today, I got a little bit of a different setup. I've put together a little overlay and thrown in my logo. Looks to be a nice little setup I got going there, I think. Makes the Morning Brew stand out as blue. So, am I on the right one here? Yeah, I believe this is today's October 20th. Labeled Gary, question mark. The labels they came up with, I don't get it, but whatever. So, together with Athletic Greens today, Morning Brew up for a challenge. Money Scoop, our personal finance letter, has unleashed 2 challenges to help you become smarter with your money and optimize your wealth potential in just 4 weeks. Budgeting challenge and investing challenge. Check them out. I'm definitely checking those out because I follow up with anything to try to learn further information. Who knows how much of it will ever stick, right? So checking out the markets today, everything is green. And day 3, me mentioning it, Bitcoin is the highest growth mentioned at 3.31%. With the 10-year behind that and J&J behind that. Yeah, go J&J. Read the markets highlight. The S&P 500 is hotter than the Red Sox, posting its 5th straight day in the green, led by healthcare and tech stocks. Bitcoin, meanwhile, is creeping up to its all-time high as the first Bitcoin futures ETF from ProShares launched yesterday. So we've seen the big rally, decent growth, continual. Oh, who's chatting in? Yeah, Tech Coder, it does show everywhere. If I click on the button to highlight it, he's in Discord right now, chatting in. Are you watching, buddy? You must be. Alright, so where was I? Yeah, so you guys know while I'm doing the live streaming, you chat in, I can respond to you and highlight your messages. Move my windows over so I could see the chat again. Very interesting situation with the markets, ETFs. I figured there'd be a good response on it. Be all positive for the first while until things start to get into the bear season, and then we'll really hear the fuss, but it feels pretty bullish still. Talking about COVID, which I think I should probably say the new flu from now on. Talking about the new flu. With UK cases on the rise, researchers are closely watching a mutation of the Delta variant known as AY.4.2 or Delta Plus. Over in Brazil, a congressional panel is planning to recommend charges of mass homicide against President Jair Bolsonaro over allegations that he intentionally allowed the new flu virus to spread through the country and kill more than 60,000 Brazilians. I chuckle because that is concerning. Intentionally allow it to spread, eh? Yeah. I kind of think the opposite on that. It should be the other way around. That if you intentionally infected people, that would be allowed for mass homicide. But Delta plus. Yes, I agree with that, tech coder. I think it will continually keep going. So we need to try to get ahead of the ball in terms of immunity, and not injection immunity, natural immunity. We need our bodies to start responding to this virus and evolving to handle it the same way it did like the normal flu. They didn't have anything to go with the Spanish flu. We just sort of lived through it. Going into entertainment, the one true winner of Squid Game, it's Netflix. The streaming service said it added 4.4 million net subscribers last quarter to top analyst predictions. Now, you know what? I haven't even watched it yet. I've seen it. I've been like, no, I ain't watching that crap. But I guess a lot of people love it. So maybe I'm missing out. Compare that to a measly 5.5 million net subscribers for the entire first half of 2021. And it seems Netflix got its mojo back after an awkward post-quarantine period. Wow. Good job. Good job, guys. Congratulations. Holy, Squid Game reportedly generated $900 million in value and only cost $21 million to make. Was the number one show in 94 different countries. Showcasing their global reach. Guys, that's, wow. I guess I gotta watch it and see what I'm missing. Netflix isn't just looking beyond borders for new customers, but also to different mediums besides TV and movies, specifically video games. In yesterday's shareholders letter, Netflix highlighted that it recently A, acquired video game developer Night School Studio, and B, added games to its mobile app in Poland, Spain, and Italy. That's, wow. That sounds like a smart maneuver on Netflix. Why? Because the competition has never been fiercer. Netflix acknowledged that it competes with a staggeringly large set of activities for consumers, time and attention. Right? That's the big commodity right now is your guys' eyes, which I am fighting for right now because I want the value that comes from your attention. We're all doing it. Netflix said it recorded a 14% engagement boost when Facebook went down for several hours on October 4th. So I bet you if you go back and you look at everybody's viewership on October 4th, when Facebook went down, their viewership spiked. Everybody. Netflix, YouTubers, Twitchers, everybody. But unrest is lurking beneath the surface. Some Netflix employees will rally in front of the streamer's LA headquarters this morning ahead of a planned virtual walkout today. The protest is the crest of a building wave of backlash to Dave Chappell's stand-up special, The Closer, a Netflix original show that critics say is transphobic. Well, you know what? I figure that the critics are probably transphobic then. Netflix is changing names? What? That would be cool. But yeah, this whole situation with Dave Chappelle. Oh, Facebook. Facebook is changing names. Well, screw Facebook. They probably should change names. It kind of moved away from being anything about your face. Long time ago. The Closer was a good one. Dave Chappelle. Now, I say good for you, Netflix, for posting it, supporting the comedian, and allowing him the platform to actually operate with such reach in terms of free speech. Like, seriously, like that is like, that touches me, you know? So that's like the kind of thing that would be like, if Netflix stays and stands its position to keep Dave Chappelle's special up against the backlash from its employees, who are, in my opinion, being censoring in their actions. They're trying to censor Dave Chappelle off of the platform after he was paid for his work, right? So they have that right to take it off the platform. It's privately owned at that point, I do believe, is how that would work. So the company has that right, versus something like, we argue, YouTube doesn't really have the right to take some people's content down. Now, I would say that, like, if they stood behind that, that would be the kind of company that I would say, even though you're not decentralized, I'll come work for you. You know, like, that's if that would be the kind of company I would want to go work for, that I would encourage young people coming up into the industry to go and work for. Be like, hey, you know, you see this example of what Netflix stands for? This is exactly what I've been trying to say for so long. And look, they stood their ground. That's the kind of place where you want to go, because they got the money to make it happen. And if you got a dream and the skills, there is your American dream, you know. So let's get back to this. I just want to put that in there. In health, Moderna, Pfizer, FDA says both is good. Oh God, get your jabs, jab yourself twice. Meet heterologous prime boost. I don't even want to read this one. This scares me. I'm not doing the boosting, guys. I got my double vax. That's good enough. I went double Moderna. I'm going to try kick it with natural immunity if I get sick. Hopefully I have a good enough response to beat it if I get it. But to pass on some details, recent study of 15 volunteers found that the people who received 2 J&J shots saw their antibodies increase 4 times. But those who switched to Pfizer for their booster got 35 times power up and a 76 times boost for Moderna. Now, let's look at the studies and go backwards. Has there been any studies that have checked the Moderna results versus the others, and then the Pfizer as well? Or has it only been a one-way? Because that would then say to me that the J&J is probably not the injection you want to get at only a 4 times boost. And that you get a huge increase when you switch to any other one. Okay, so that's my point on that. Zooming out, immunity benefits aside, allowing patients to switch boosters could help speed up distribution of vaccines and allow people the choice they should have. Let's go to business. Boardrooms of the S&P are getting more diverse. Over the past year, U.S. public companies have added the most diverse group of new directors ever, according to 2 new studies. Well, we all know why that is, right? Like, we all seen the mass CEO sign-off, or resignation a couple years ago. So we'll continue. Ethnic and racial minorities account for 47% of new directors compared to 22% the previous year, according to a study by executive search firm Spencer Stewart. Well, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Good job. 1/3 of new directors added to corporate boards between May 2020 and May 2021 were Black, up from just 11% the year prior. Wow. Both studies show that 1/3 of S&P 500 board have 3 female directors, and roughly 1/4 of them have 4. Just 10% of the boards had 4 female directors in 2016. Now, the fact that they're actually tracking this is good and concerning at the same time. I don't think we should have to put regulations and pressure on an industry to make diversification in the first place, but if it's an issue, then I guess it's good that we are. It comes as public companies face regulatory pressure to make their boards look more like America. Look more like America. Well, America is very polar at the moment, so that's anyways, we'll move on. Here's their plug for the day, together with Athletic Greens. This green routine's a dream. 75 premium ingredients combining 8 essential products. Well, there you go. Try AG1 today and get a year's supply of vitamin D, 5 travel packs for free. Links down below in the description. I think I put it in the description. I might have forgot. But the link for this should be in the description, so you can go in and click that link and go follow up with their ad. Grab bag, key performance indicators, iHeart PR. Oh. The place with the 8th highest percentage of people fully vaccinated against COVID-19 in the U.S. is not a state but a territory, Puerto Rico. Wow, Puerto Rico. 72.2% of the island's total population is fully vaxxed. Here's a quick thread on how they did it. Let's follow up with that. Is it going to show the new one? No. I can read this for you, though. It's a Twitter thread. Wow. Yeah, that's a good read. There you go. Anyways, that's impressive. I would put it on Puerto Rico, and the fact that the only person I've ever met from there was very passionate. They'd do just about anything to keep their family safe. Like, seriously. Quote, I have been cool for a long time, but I'm even more cool now. Me? I got the branding and the layover to prove it, so yeah, that's fitting for today. 80-year-old Martha Stewart released a collection of NFTs yesterday. What the fuck? Including one of her thirst trap selfie taken last summer, according to the WSJ. Alright, well, I guess NFTs are here to stay if Martha Stewart is releasing collections. 12 predictions for the future of music. Honest Broker. So, climate change. Is it a heat wave or is it Gary? Question mark. Now I understand the topic. Gary. Here's the big one for today. Seville, Spain will become the first city in the world to begin naming and categorizing heat waves similar to the system already in place for hurricanes, kicking off in 2022. Why did my brain... Too many twos, I can't think. The plan is part of the increasing global effort to bring more attention to heat waves as an immediate threat and symptom of climate change. Okay. I watched a really good thing on climate change on Gaia, of all fucking platforms, and a dude that's like a researcher and seems to know his stuff. Now, I don't necessarily follow the whole disclosure thing so much, but I signed up just to listen to this dude talk about climate change because it's the only place he puts his videos, and it was very interesting how there is a pattern that our planet is following, and that what we are doing is only going to make the cold spell that comes after worse. Anyways, so zooming out, climate experts and public health officials have said that naming heat waves could help make an invisible threat like heat more tangible and allow local authorities to more easily communicate about and plan for them. The U.S. isn't naming heat waves just yet, but the government is taking steps to address the dangerous effects heat has on workers, particularly those in low-income groups. Following the hottest summer on record, the Biden administration started drafting rules on workplace heat dangers and said the Labor Department will prioritize work inspections on days when the heat index surpasses 80 degrees. Myself being a former baker, I appreciate that because I have been in situations where I've been exhausted in front of the oven with the radiating heat in a 40-degree Celsius room and blacked out in front of the oven. So workplace injuries caused by extreme heat are significantly undercounted by about 2,000 a year in California alone, and extreme heat is the #1 weather-related killer in the country, according to the National Weather Service. Well, I can account for the fact that every time I was extreme heat exhausted, it was never reported, never marked down. I never got time off. I was given water, a quick break, and I was sent back in. So, what else is brewing? There you go, Tech Coder. See? No, Facebook will change its name. You were right. So, to Verge, according to The Verge, change its name to reflect its plan to build a metaverse. Alright, well, whatever. Morning Brew plus Generation Lab poll of collection students show the booming buy now, pay later section is still up for grabs. Meh. A gang in Haiti that kidnapped 17 members of U.S. missionary group is demanding $17 million in ransom. Why do they keep grabbing, like, missionaries and demanding money? Like, I guess the church might pay, but the government ain't going to. Google unveiled its latest high-end smartphones, the Pixel 6, starting at $600, the Pixel 6 Pro, $900. That's a lot cheaper than the iPhones. Procter & Gamble said it's going to raise prices for some grooming, beauty, and oral care products to offset higher costs. You're going to raise prices even though your sales have exploded. Maximize your capital. Brews bets. Is your house haunted? Policy Genius doesn't deal in seances, but they can help you look for home and auto coverages at prices that don't jump scare. You guys are terrible. Happy Halloween, everybody. Best of TikTok. This guy gamed the Six Flags season pass to eat really cheaply, and be sure to consult the Wise Noodle and see if today's bone or a no bones day. Yeah. That's about that, guys. If you want to check out their puzzles and games, don't forget to sign up and get it in your inbox, and then you can read along while I ramble every day. Gonna be doing this live everywhere, all at once, because that's how I roll. If you want to chat, you can chat in while you're watching live. Feel free to join if you want. It should be down below in a link that says something about Restream. That's the link to join me, and then I can click you, and you'll come on here and join. Do a side by side. You can both comment on the crappy news that's going on around us. Welcome, Dark Phoenix. Thank you for chatting in. Till next time, I'm going to finish my coffee, do some stretches, and I got to go package those maps for my fiance. Right there. Yeah. Mech Designs. Peace out, guys.